Oh, this is interesting. I do want to hear about these insane Chinese dolls. They've been popping off like crazy. Yeah, let's watch this. It's only 7 minutes.
Whenever Chinese retailer Pop Mart drops a new labubu designer toy, it sells out within minutes.
It's sold out.
Insufficient stock.
Already?
These hard-to-get toys are packaged in blind boxes, meaning customers buy them without...
Love that. Dude, I love gambling. I love gambling, and I think it should be part of more things. I think the human weakness for gambling should be exploited every way possible. Did you see? This is kind of sad that it's a good thing. Did you see that? I think it was Canada is testing out gambling recycling, where you turn a can in and you have a chance of getting like let me find this out. It's like a gotcha. Yeah, here it is. Wait.
For a bottle or a chance to win $1,000. If you pick the second option, you're not alone, according to a new research study out of UBC.
People prefer the small chance to win $1,000 over the guaranteed 10 cents back because it's more fun. It's like a lottery. Each bottle is like a lottery ticket to win $1,000.
A 1 in 10,000 chance of winning $1,000 costs exactly the same as giving out a dime for every bottle. But researchers found it would make people recycle nearly 50%.
Isn't that fucking crazy? We're just so dumb. Human beings just love to gamba. We yearn for it. That's so fire. 10 cents is whatever, but the chance of 10 grand. Yeah, I mean, you're making the exact case that people think about. The chance of it is so exciting. Even though, you know, over all the bottles you would return, it would add up to some amount of real cash, but instead you probably have zero. Odds simply hit. Humans deserve to go extinct? Okay, now you're way on the other side. No, we don't. Because we like the gamba, we deserve to go extinct. You're way too fucking doomer, dude. No, I just think it's kind of funny that humans are real fuzzy on math. We're just fuzzy on math. Anyway, this is a gamba being used for good. People are recycling more. I guess we could do that more often. What if every time you, what's something we want to incentivize? Vote? Yeah. Dude, if you vote, you get a chance to win. People would be fake voting. We'd have so many fucking stuffed ballots. People actually would rig the election at that point. That'd be so. Lots of stupid people would vote. Oh, as opposed to now where we only have the best and the brightest. No, you're right. We shouldn't change anything because then stupid people might vote. Hope you don't vote with takes like that, bro. What else could you gamba for good? Gamba for good, we call it. That's my fucking charity. Teeth brushing? Nah, it can't be something you can lie about. If it's like miles you run or something, people just lie and then it doesn't work. Like blood donations or taxes. Oh my God. Correctly filing your taxes with no notes from the IRS should give you a chance of getting it all paid free. But then somehow the fucking, like Bezos would rig it. He keeps winning every year. Oh, I won again. Oh, damn. How did that? Oh, crazy. I don't understand. I guess I binked it. Okay, let's watch this video. I just thought that was funny.
And they drive the majority of Pop Mart's revenue, which more than doubled in the past year.
Okay, please.
Unboxings have flooded social media. Fans flock overseas to buy exclusive products, and labubu dolls have been spotted dangling off of celebrities.
I go Pop Mart everywhere.
But can the company continue to grow beyond this viral moment that has seen its share prices rocket more than 1,200% since the beginning?
This is just another Beanie Babies, but it's a real culture war moment that it's a Chinese company. That says something. It's American celebrities, but it's a Chinese company. They have the modern day Beanie Babies. They have there's something there.
This is the economics of Pop Mart. The 15-year-old company was founded by Chinese entrepreneur Wang Ning as a variety store. But it was the blind box packaging that really helped Pop Mart take off.
You're all set, right? Appreciate it. Take care, guys.
In 2019, over 70% of Pop Mart's revenue came from mystery boxes.
There's a long history of blind box, and what we've done is just added our own flavor to that.
Now, the company has more than 500 stores and 2,000 vending machines worldwide. When you decide to splurge on a Pop Mart blind box, which could cost around $20 to $30, you don't go in totally blind.
Okay.
Take this collection. There are 6 possible characters you could unbox, and a secret one that you have a 1 in 72 chance of getting.
Oh my God, it's just fucking loot boxes. I mean, they really have it's like mobile games stole psychological tricks from gambling, and now the real world is stealing all the tricks from mobile games. It's all just this infinite fucking Ouroboros of eating its own tail until the whole world is gambling.
One of the things that the brand can do to keep engagement, to encourage consumers to get a little more excitement out of it, is to label the box This one says, have a seat. I know the range, so I still get that surprise. But at the same time, I know I'm not going to get anything crazy.
That specific range also creates a set.
It's well-known, well-supported phenomenon that most people, under certain conditions, have a very strong tendency to want to complete a set.
This is version 1. This is the have a seat. This is version 2.
I have all the, everything that came out.
But Pop Mart
That's
isn't
crazy.
just for the thrill seekers.
For a lot of people, there's a little bit of a feeling that you are being nurtured in a sense. The universe is about to give you a gift. So, take a look. Oh, I think it's the light or the slightly darker blue one. For no reason at all, except that I chose a favorite. Now, what's the cost if I'm wrong? Almost nothing. I'm dead wrong, but it's still fun, right?
Shut up. Shut the fuck up, dude. No, what do these things cost? What's the retail of these things? It costs you something. It's like saying buying a lottery ticket has no cost. It has a cost, of course.
Pop Mart didn't invent blind box packaging, but it is successfully leaning into what customers like about it.
We started as a retail store and we've spent 15 years refining that experience. Our collectibles bring people together naturally and our stores offer a place for them to have that experience.
When it launched the big Into Energy Labubu line in April, a crowd of 2,500 people showed up at its Century City location before 6:30 a.m.
Bro, I'm adding blind box Enron hats by the end of the week. I promise you that. Do you guys want the rare one? Wait a minute. Holy shit, guys. I just pulled the extremely rare 1 in 72 American flag Chance Enron hat. Only available on July 4th. What the This is awesome! Dude, if I was you, I would probably buy as many Enron hats as I could on July 4th for the rare chance that you accidentally get shipped one of these, which you were gonna have in just a few key lucky boxes. Damn, these are sick. USA, baby! And even if you're not a true believer, just know the value of these Enron hats, the rare ones, always goes up. So you should buy as many as you can, because if you get your hands on one, it's an appreciating asset that'll be useful for your family for generations. I don't want it, but I have to have it. Can I use Klarna? Not only can you use Klarna, it's required. We did a deal with Klarna. We had an exclusive Klarna deal. You can't use cash.
Stores are a key part of Pop Mart's strategy to grow beyond China. Sales outside of China more than tripled in 2024. Overseas revenue now makes up nearly 40% of the company's sales, up from 17%.
And you're so passionate that I trust your reaction is authentic? Yeah, dude. Why would I be passionate about this unless I cared about it? Just because I have a financial incentive? When has that ever motivated anyone? I want you to have this hat because it's fucking awesome and it could change your life.
The company plans to open more than 20 stores in the US by the end of 2025, nearly doubling its footprint in the country. But to drive that foot traffic, it's really about what's inside the boxes. Though Pop Mart does license some existing IP, like Disney and Marvel characters, over 85% of its revenue in 2024 came from exclusive products developed with artists.
After having a store for 6 years at that point, I think that we were looking for a new way to innovate. The CEO of Pop Mart, he put out a survey online and asked people, what artist would you want to see? What characters would you want to see in a blind box format or as a collectible toy? And so he connected with Kenny Wong, who's a Hong Kong-based artist, and worked with him to bring his Molly character into our first series, which was the Zodiac series, which we released in 2016.
Okay, let's be real. Who in chat is a labubu collector? You can be honest. Who is a person to own some labubus? My girlfriend has like 7. Maud's bad that guy for having a girlfriend. You're not focused enough on the grind.
And Labubu is a part of the Monsters line, designed by Hong Kong artist Ka-Sing Leung. The line is now the biggest driver of Pop Mart's growth. Its revenue saw a 726% growth from the previous year. Customers love the characters so much that Labubu products go for massive markups on the secondary market. Finding the right artists and characters is a key part of the company's growth strategy, too. In 2023, the company released the Peach Riot series with its first US-based artist, Libby Frame. Pop Mart says it's now the company's top IP in average figurine blind box sales in North America.
We want to continue to create for the Western market as well and look for more Western artists to bring
How
in.
about that?
Its mix of IP and retail situates Pop Mart in between its blind box competitors, Japanese company Dreams, which primarily develops IP like Smisky and Sunny Angel, and Chinese retailer Miniso, which primarily sells and distributes other companies' IP products. All of those companies have made blind boxes go viral. Fans have hoarded huge collections, spending hundreds of dollars along.
I mean, this is China cultural influence, dude. This is kind of wild. I mean, this shit's going viral on TikTok, which is a Chinese social media platform. You know, it doesn't seem like a big deal when you think about it, but like this would be unthinkable 15 years ago. That this shit is like as massive as it is out of China in the West.
Army has gathered.
Well, I think I've spent around $300. I think it's around 600 or more. They add up.
Blind boxes for many, many of the consumers is an experience, not a product. And so you've been investing that anticipation and you want that big payoff. So in that sense, it resembles very strongly gambling.
So much so that several countries have regulated the industry in Asia, where blind boxes have already become a billion-dollar market. Singapore has proposed capping the value of mystery boxes to 100 Singaporean dollars, or around 77 US dollars. And China banned the sale of blind boxes to kids under the age of 8.
The target audience for our product.
You shouldn't be gambling until you're 9. That's when your brain is fully developed enough to know how great it is. I think that's fair. I think by 9 years old, you can gamble responsibly. But an 8-year-old's just too young.
We are specifically hitting that Gen Z kidult customer, so they're more.
Stay out of my fucking market, labubu. I'm trying to teach them economics, all right? We don't need don't try to muscle on my turf.
Collectible items than anything else, and so they're definitely not marketed for children.
And as with any viral phenomenon, there's a risk of the fad dying out, so the company is working to diversify.
Our sales have shifted significantly from blind box figurines to now it's much more plush. And we're also expanding in our accessories category. That's one of the fastest growing categories that we have.
Still, amid an uncertain trade war with China, those products might get a little more expensive to sell in the US. Pop Mart declined to comment on the US-China trade environment.
Longevity is key to everything that we're doing, and we will continue to innovate and offer new ways for people to interact with the characters that they have come to love. Whether that's something like our theme park, where you can interact with mascot versions of our characters as well, digital content we're developing, there will continue to be ways that we can build the stories of these characters, continue to build those narratives, and continue to give people a way to interact with all of the characters that they fall in love with.
A global.
Okay, there's a follow-up. This is very interesting. This is an older video. This is 10 days ago. That's not even that old. But I think this is happening right now. My understanding, so I've heard that, and this is unverified, so don't trust it, but I've heard that because they're so valuable and because they're made in China and because China has strict capital controls that make it hard to get cash out of the country, wealthy Chinese have been using them to smuggle money out of the country. Because if you just take your Chinese yuan, buy a bunch of labubu, then take those out of the country, you can resell them for USD, but you can't turn your yuan into USD. Anyway, I don't know if that's what this video is about, but it's called The Real Threat to the Labubu Economy, so we can watch that. Let's just see.
Pop culture sensation, but other Chinese companies are looking to give Pop Mart's famous dolls a run for their money. For example, Miniso's come up with their own character named
competitors,
and many other Labubu copycats are also flooding the market. Bloomberg opinion columnist Shuli Ren is with us to discuss whether Pop Mart can hold on to its monstrous market lead. Shuli, want to start with the most obvious question, which is why? Are we really doing this? Who's buying these things?
I don't like the way he said that. I don't like the way he said that. Too judgy, Paul Allen. You put too much stank on it. People buy all sorts of shit, Paul Allen. I bet you got a fucking midlife crisis convertible you bought. People buy shit for all sorts of reasons, Paul Allen. Let's see Paul Allen's labubu.
So labubu came from China, but it really got viral, Paul, in Southeast Asia when Blackpink's Lisa was pronouncing to her fans that she was obsessed with labubu. And then labubu became really popular in China. And what we're seeing is that in recent months, the the so-called Chinese labubu moms, they were buying those toys to award their school kids if they were doing well in school. In Hong Kong, when you look at the investment bankers, like a lot of the female bankers, they were wearing labubu keychains along with their Birkin bags. So what we are seeing is that the clientele of labubu actually has gone upstream to the upper middle class, and that bodes really.
It's a bit of a status signifier too, not just like a what are the stupid Funko Pops? What I'm thinking of. Why can't I think of Funko Pops, bro? Yeah, it's the Funko Pops. But Funko Pops don't have cultural status. But if this is like a Gucci bag, if it's like a cool thing to have one.
Yeah, it's certainly paying off. The Labubu Maker Pop Mart now worth more than twice as much as Sanrio and Mattel combined.
That's crazy. Damn. 2x Sanrio Mattel combined.
So can it maintain Labubu's lead in this designer toys business?
So that's what everyone wants to know, right? Like now that Pop Mart has hit the jackpot, everyone wants to be in this business. Alibaba Pictures, they are also talking about doing designer toy IPs, and that stock is up more than 100%. There is a smallish Chinese.
Damn, they're gonna make Labubu movies like Angry Birds.
Company stock that's listed on Nasdaq called QuantaSing. Earlier this year, they bought a collectible toy IP design company, and that stock is up 400%. So everyone wants to be in it, and the question is whether Pop Mart can do enough to keep Labubu as the #1 designer toy. And I have to say that Pop Mart has to limit the supplies so that influencers do still see that this toy is a scare.
Yeah, I mean, if they're gonna learn a lesson from Beanie Babies, is if you overdo it and same with money, same with everything. If you reduce the scarcity, if you overprint, overproduce, then it becomes slop, and then nobody cares anymore, loses its status. Every fad ends, no matter what. But they can make it last longer. I mean, Beanie Babies lasted a while. Yeah, I mean, I saw this, dude. Chinese customs agents are seizing hundreds of Labubu in the recent weeks as people try to smuggle them in and out of the country. That shit's crazy. I don't get it. It's so hideous. Dude, one thing you got to realize about branding, this will blow your mind. Whether or not it looks good almost doesn't matter. It only has to be distinct. What's important is that it's distinct. You can recognize that it's something different than something else. Being distinct is what matters. That's why people end up with very boring but clean looking logos, because they think making it look good is what matters, but it looks like everything else. It has to stand out. It has to be different. But I'm sorry, the Labubu dolls are evil. One more thing. A TikTok is telling me Labubu dolls are the devil. I accidentally liked the TikTok and now I'm screwed and I'm gonna get a million TikToks about Labubu doll fucking conspiracy theories. I'm in Labubu talk.
So it's a video of this girl saying that she's throwing her Labubu away because it's evil. She said she was sleeping in her room and she woke up with a scar on her neck. Mind you, of course, nobody's in her room with her. And there was no other way for her to get the scar on her neck. Matter of fact, look at this shit. Look at this shit.
I had to throw my Labubu away.
Listen.
And that's what I did. Cut the show. Cut the motherfucking show. Y'all. Look at this.
Look at that mark.
Oh no! He thinks the Labubu is fucking marking people up in their sleep? This is Xi Jinping's great plan? Holy deep undercover.
How did that get there?
My nails are not even that long or sharp for me to scratch myself. I took a nap, y'all, like an hour and a half nap right now. And I woke up and I literally been looking at myself all day today in the mirror.
Okay, I gotta ask a question. The guy who sent me this link, how do you have this? What is your fucking algorithm that you're getting insane fucking reacts to Labubu conspiracies? What the
And I noticed this, like, so that means I was looking at myself all day today. I would have noticed this.
Okay.
I fucking hate how TikTokers react to things. Just this fucking, the autofill green screen, usually over like a news article.
Whatever this is on my neck, right?
So she said her brother said he came in at 3 o'clock in the morning. And when he came in, a door that he left open was fully closed. Who closed the door? And then look at what the Simpsons said about that Labubu doll. We already know that the Simpsons always tell the truth about what's going on. And this ain't the only time somebody is saying that something happened with one of those Labubu dolls. I mean, look at the dolls. They look evil. They look like something is wrong. Why would you buy a doll that looks like that? Okay. Keep playing with these things and y'all gonna run into issues.
Wait, he's cooking. He didn't even show me the Simpsons thing. Holy shit. Well, he cracked the case wide open. I was gonna buy a ton of Labubus. I decided not to. He talked me out of it. He talked me the out of it, bro. I like the proof being just look at it. That's